Welcome back to Aftermath, where we have a very special show today. We did some spy things, and I'm super excited to get into it with our lovely guest today. Thank you so much again for joining us. Aly, Liberte, Dr. Jenn, appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the show. Let's get into it. It was pretty crazy. You guys did some spy, like trying to memorize stuff. Like, tell me about that.
Well, I would say that was the biggest surprise. Like all of a sudden, we're at breakfast and they're like, okay, we're gonna show you for 30 seconds, like all these items, and you need to give, not only remember all of the items, but as much detail about them as possible. Mm-hmm. And I think everyone was a little caught off guard by that. Not allowed to write it down. Mm-hmm. We're gonna ask you like sometime in the future what you saw.
Did you either of you remember like what the items were right now? Because like I remember I made like a little song in my head for it, and I was reciting it to myself all day long. But I can't. I'm trying to think if I can.
I don't know, but you could pull out her printed 2-page piece of paper.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk
That
about
was
it. Yeah.
weird.
It was a little. It was very me.
She printed out 2 pages of all the stuff that she saw, and like descriptions and colors. And
That's great.
I even made a drawing.
That's
but
so
I
fun.
think she got a lot of points for that. It was a big points game changer.
Right. So you basically you have 5 seconds to memorize this thing, and then they question you, and you guys had no real, like,
I think it was like 30 seconds, but it was a
30 seconds.
big amount of points.
Okay.
So, as you could see, she was top 10, and that was a big thing for her.
So what did you do to memorize it? Because I remember what I was doing. What did you do? Because you had the most.
You know, it's weird. So a lot of people have a story in their mind, but I don't know. I just counted the number.
She's a lawyer and she's smart.
I just counted the number of items, and then I started looking at different things and thought about how I'd use them, and then just kind of went over it and over it in my mind like every hour the whole day. And I'd be like, okay, wait, you only said 12, but there were 18. What were the other 4?
Wow.
And just like made myself remember.
That's impressive. Wow. So, and then also there's other things, right? So you had tires and ropes.
The tire part was cool.
Okay. Yeah, for you.
Yeah, so the tire part, we were broken up into different groups. It was funny because I remember we were on one, what do you call it? I don't know, boogie thing. Boogie thing.
Oh, like the
Golf
sled.
cart.
Okay, so we were on a golf cart, and then all of a sudden the other group came back
I like
on their.
boogie better,
Whatever. They came back on their golf cart, and they were like dying, like coughing, and we were like, "What the heck just happened?" But they wouldn't tell us anything. We're like, "Do we need water?" And they're like, "No." And then they're like, we're like, "Okay, do we need, like, is it gonna take a while?" "Oh no, it only take like a minute." We're like, "What the heck are they gonna do to us in like 1 minute?" But it was cool.
But we knew it was some sort of a physical challenge, and it was right after they fed everyone like a foot-long sub.
Some people threw up.
Oh my gosh.
We had to pull the tires, obviously, you saw it. But.
And you remember, like, after you crossed the finish line, looking back and seeing me, right? Because I ate your dust.
Wait, so again, you guys were left in the dark going into it. You had no idea what you were going to do
But
before.
anyone who was behind me, for example, like she said,
so
she
bad.
got all the dust from my tire, and we were just coughing the rest of the day.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was really bad. So the dust that's out there is this really fine, high
Powder.
alkaline level dust, and really caused like really some pretty severe respiratory problems in a couple of people. I mean, I had to use my ER doc skills for a couple of people. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
Wow.
it was like, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it was really. So at the end of the day, I was joking. It sounded like a TB ward. Everyone was hacking and coughing.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds crazy. I mean, like, honestly, like, you're trying to compete and you're getting this dust in your face and you're running. I mean, well, I find it interesting that every challenge you're in the dark. So you had no idea. So you said they wouldn't tell you. Like, someone went and did it, and then you're like, hey, what are they doing?
And they
Like,
wouldn't
we're
tell
not
us,
gonna
and then
you.
we had to go.
So everything's a
go down.
surprise.
And it wasn't even just like the dust, though. I mean, I thought it was hard.
It was hard.
I'm not a big person, and these tires are pretty heavy.
We had to sprint
And-
to the end and then bring them back.
Right, and we were on the long rifle range, so it was like 350 yards down, and then 350 yards back. It was hard. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not physically challenged very often, and that one was hard for me.
I know Dawn cut that like a fourth short too, when we're has
Yeah.
it of what we were supposed to
Really?
have done. Yeah.
Wow.
So
God, he did
whoever
that
was
too,
looking
'cause
out,
I would have never made it.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. But and so also there was ropes involved. You guys can elaborate a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep. So I'm afraid of heights. I can't even watch like movies with, showing like heights. It makes my stomach turn.
Yeah.
And I had done a little bit of prepping beforehand at a ropes course, but nothing compared to what we were doing here. I really just felt like I was gonna pass out the whole time. I was like, it was
And she
bad.
went last. She was the last person of the day.
I
to
was
do
the
it.
last person to go, which made it even worse.
Right.
And then
But you chose the right method.
yeah, so actually that helped me because I was able to see other people that made it across and what they were doing, and then I was able to kind of adapt that method for myself.
Right.
So I actually made it across, which was a total miracle, because I don't even know how I did that. But it felt so good. So now here's the thing, it was Mother's Day that day.
Really?
that's right.
Yeah. And
That's your Mother's Day gift to
it
yourself?
was my Mother's Day gift because I literally, this is really weird, but I felt like the people that were, there was coaches up there like helping us along, and they were like, you can do it, you're fine, like just push a little harder. It kind of felt like being in labor.
Oh my God.
You can do it, just one more push, and I was like, okay, if I can have babies, like I can do this rope thing, and that's what got me through.
That's great.
But
Yeah.
you had an injury, didn't you?
Yeah, I still have it. I have this huge like scar from it now
Really?
from the ropes. Yeah, I just
was-
kept pulling through that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because you were pulling through the pain and like you were creating this injury and you were scared and like, good job.
I just focused
And
on
Reggie?
my kids.
Yeah.
That's what did it
Reggie?
for me there.
Yeah.
She was good.
Oh, yeah, Reggie was great. She did the same technique, but it was so funny because
And it was really motivating to watch her
And
finish,
she
which
broke-
I'm sure everyone saw
Right.
when you were watching the episode. It was
Right.
awesome.
the funny
Yeah.
thing about Reggie when she was coming across was she's like up there and she's like, oh, I broke a nail. I'm like, that's your concern right now? Really? So funny.
Well, I think you know what I want to say. We have another challenge.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, now you're feeling it. I'm excited. We're gonna go back to our secret location and do a little something different. I'm excited, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. All right, guys, check it out. What's up, guys, and welcome to today's challenge. We're here with Steve with Cobalt Kinetics, and he's going to tell us about what we're going to do on this challenge.
All right, guys, today on this challenge, what I brought today is our BAMF Pro Series. BAMF stands for Billet Aluminum Modern Firearm. It is a 12.5-inch rifle that is perfect for going into a CQB or shoot house type environment. So for this challenge, I think these girls are going to kick it, and they're going to kick it hard.
Yeah, baby.
Safety?
Shooter ready?
Yes.
Stand by.
Oh, damn. Back this way. Damn.
Okay, safe. Okay, Dr. Jenn, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and load and make ready for me. Nice.
That felt better. So,
Shooter ready?
yes, sir.
Stand by.
Damn. Ah, shit, sorry. My bad, sorry.
Aly, you ready?
Yep.
Go ahead and load and make ready for me. Now you're good.
Okay.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by. Go around left. Okay, stop. Safety up.
Well, we went back to the shoot house. What did you guys think?
Awesome.
Awesome.
We love those guns.
Yeah, those that was a pleasure to shoot those.
We got to
Yeah.
shoot those,
Yeah.
Obviously, throughout the show too.
Right.
And so that was really cool to be back with them.
I love it. It's one of my favorite challenges to see the shoot house and go through it. I think it's great. Let's talk a little bit about the next episode coming up.
Do we have to?
I mean, I'm a little bit in the dark, so you guys can tell me, give me some. Don't give it away, but give me some teases about what's coming up.
Disaster.
Disaster.
Total,
Okay.
utter disaster.
So they told us there was going to be some kind of roll the dice, is what they called it. Said roll the dice, and we didn't know what that meant. Probably just like you don't know what that means, and because of you can.
Yeah, so if you were in the top 10, you were offered a chance to roll the dice, and it was a challenge that you kind of didn't know what it was. It involved shooting, but they wouldn't tell us anything else. And the earlier part of the day was an absolute disaster for me, and I was really trying hard to win. And I lost so many points. I just felt like I really had to roll the dice and go for it. It was a rough day for me.
Oh no. Oh man. So, rough day. Roll the dice. I'm interested. Let's see what.
You know, so it might give too much away just from my answer, but I'd have done it again.
Yeah.
It was a really great experience.
And it's
I
not
learned
the
a
first
lot.
time we see it either. You'll see the game a couple times throughout the show. And
Okay.
I had a bad experience with it
Two
too.
bad experiences. Okay.
But
All right.
What I would say is that, you know, as it should have been, because it was for a lot of extra points, it should have been really hard, and it was.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you only get to experience it once.
Yeah.
A very hard challenge coming up.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Do you guys want to talk about the land nav?
Oh yeah, the land nav.
Oh.
That one is. I had a little issue there.
Land nav.
Aw,
Okay.
baby.
All right, so I don't want to kind of say what we had to do, but
It's okay. You don't gotta give it everything away, but.
so I paired up with the person who is in the lead who does this for a living. He actually does these like navigation things with sniper shooting and all this, and I was like, you know, this guy's the expert. He's winning. I am gonna attach myself at the hip because I know he can't drop me. Like, you can try to run away from me, but but you can't. So I basically told him, look, dude, I'm with you. You can't get rid of me, so just deal with it. I am on your team. So,
It's cool,
but
you'll see.
he laughed because we ended up being good friends. But we made some incredibly bad. Well, it didn't. I thought we were going to destroy everyone, and it didn't go that way.
Wow, well, I'm excited to see it. You guys have some pretty possible bad experiences that may be fun to watch. Anyway, well, thank you guys again for joining us. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Aftermath. I'm your host, Dan KATHMAN, and come back and see us.